Hello and welcome to the agenda on Love World Plus. And if you're a regular viewer of the program, then you know what the program is all about. Today, the focus is the 2012 budget proposal. It's not a full budget yet because it's not been approved, and the House of Representatives have said a whole lot of things about the budget, and they have told us that they are going to change some clauses in the budget and do some tinkering. The Senate has been quite silent on what they'll do to the budget proposal, but all the same, the proposal affects every single Nigerian, and we're going to look at that proposal and see if the proposal is passed as it is right now. How will it affect us? How will it affect Nigerians? So we're going to try as much as we can to look at it. That is why we deliberately did not bring economists to do this. So we brought lawyers. So we will be within the law while we are discussing this issue. I have with me Mr. Bisi Shogunle, a legal practitioner of repute. And, well, I don't know if I should call his name. We'll just have to show his face, and you know the person I'm talking about. I'm talking about Barrister Kiri. And both of them will be discussing the budget with me. But first of all, let us simplify the budget. For everything you want to do, for every individual, you need to have a financial plan for the week, for the month, and for the year. People break it in different ways. It is the same thing with a country. Every country in this world, every state, every local government, every family needs a budget. It gives you an idea of how much you want to make around this particular period and how you will spend that money. It also allows you to do some what we call positive thinking on how your finances will be expended. Okay, well, that's done now. Let us look at the budget generally. The budget proposal. One thing that hits me, sir, is 72% of the budget will be spent on running government.
Let me first of all say that a lot of energy is always used in Nigeria here on the issue of budget.
Yeah.
But from time immemorial, the challenge we have always had with budgeting is not making the budget, it is implementation.
Yeah.
What is the good thing in making a budget, and at the end of the day you sidetrack it, you will spend about, the implementation level is about 33%, 25%. It's one thing for you to make a budget, it's another thing for you to make the disbursement, it's another thing for the disbursement to get to where the sum was supposed to get to in the budget. So from year to year you have this Cinderella show of we are making budgets, people make contribution, they judge, they talk, and at the end of the day, the budget is passed, everybody is hopeful, and by September, you add that the money for the first quarter was just being disbursed in September of a year. 3 months to the end of the financial year, when a new budget session will start in terms of preparation in November, you have been told it's only the first quarter allocation that was disbursed. It's amazing, and that has been the challenge of our country.
That's true.
Not what is budgeted for. Before you take the content, because you see, people want the content. We need to first of all change the mindset of the players.
Okay.
If you say you are going to spend 10 naira,
Yes.
go ahead and spend 10 naira.
So what do you think, sir?
What do I think? He is very correct in all of these things, because every year is been a kind of circus show with this budget thing. Every year, like you correctly stated, what is the meaning of budget in this country when a budget is supposed to be for a specific period of time, for 12 months, but almost at the tail end of the year, we're still talking of the first quarter budget, coming up and that type of thing. But you see, I like to look at a budget, like you said, implementation has been a problem. But even before implementation, the quality of a budget also matters.
Yeah.
What is inside the ingredients inside the budget also matter a lot. For example, I mean, even if you want to implement something with honesty, what are you implementing should bother people. What type of thing are you implementing? Like this one, like you stated, 72% of the budget, that is of the 4.75 trillion naira, is going to go into overheads for the year 2010. I mean, just what is that? What remains if you subtract 78 from 100%, you have 28%. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
All right, 28% will be for all these projects that we ought to execute in this country. The not decaying infrastructure. You know, we're talking of energy. We're talking of roads. The roads are they are in terrible shapes all over the country. Everything, there are so many. And then security is also there. It's also there. And then you are saying that 72% of the 4.75 trillion naira will go for overheads, for running the government of the Federation. So do we have over-government? Or what is the problem? Why are we spending a mouthful on running the government alone for 1 year? The government is too heavy or what?
Well, very funny, sir, because we look at the president and he has a minimum of 20 advisors. Each senator has a minimum of 15 staff.
That's one problem.
You know, and so on. The thing keeps going on and on.
Yes.
Just today, we heard that in the budget, 1.2 billion naira will be used in fueling cars.
Well, you see, when you talk about recurrent expenditure, the challenge of recurrent expenditure is the challenge that the NLC and the TUCs, they've not honestly addressed.
That's a story for another day, because even those organizations...
They've not addressed it. The public servant and the civil service in Nigeria is full of people who are technically redundant. And government is paying them. Then you have the politicians. One man is moving and he has a convoy about 5 cars. The other 4 cars, nobody is inside.
They are backup
only
cars.
Security details.
They are backup.
And the fuel is going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you an example. Very small example. Anytime it is about September, October in Nigeria, you will see a lot of lawyers traveling for International Bar Association conference. When you get to any IBA conference, Nigeria always have the highest.
Of course, just like any entourage, you know,
the
any
several people from different government functionaries who have things to do with law, they go there. It's a jamboree. So you have government officials going for so many courses that are not related. They just want to collect extra code. And all these are budgeted for, both at the level of the civil service and the level of public servants in the parastatal.
That translates to me that even government itself is aiding corruption.
No. You see, the challenge of it is that if any government, like if the President Jonathan says, I want to depart from the way and manner this thing has run in the past, TUC and NLC, they will fight him. They will say that he's retrenching people.